Got a pretty interesting game here. I'm gonna do together with my friend Pendleton. We're gonna focus on what Andyrooo does. He's got his T3 ACU making a T3 PGen. He's got major plans for this one. See settings here, a massive map. We can check out the victim. The victim is Cybern. It's HB Devil Monk. He has no idea what's gonna happen. Making T2 PD. So let's come back. He just suffered a drop, plus he completely lost Navy to Andyrooo already. Now we see Andyroo's ACU right here getting an upgrade. He's already T3. Not sure which one he's getting now. It's the shield, so you can see it's an extra 24,000 health. And of course here comes the transport. This is a Seraphim transport that was given to him by Hawk. See a really big ocean. It takes quite a bit of time to get across, and a whole bunch of T1 air just to spot. You can see some T2 PD here from Devil Monk, and the plan for Andyrooo is to drop in this area right here. So here comes the ACU. He changes his mind. He's going to go a little further. I will slow this down from this moment. Drops off. First thing he builds, T1 PD. He jumps into a big mass of Mantis. Oh, Rambo dies. And Devil Monk here taking quite a bit of damage actually. Looks like he was beat up by fighting those frigates, and now he's going after a whole bunch of T1 PD, and that's going to put him in quite a bit of trouble. He's got to retreat hard. Goes down to about 400 health and escapes. Next up for Andyrooo, he's already got a whole bunch of T1 PD. He's going to get some T2 PD. He's fighting over a massive cloud of SF and a whole bunch of mercies coming his way. Of course he's got plenty of health, and now he's getting some shields. Here come the mercies. Multiple mercies shoot down the shield, 3 mercies per shield, yet another shield build. And it's just raining some T1 anti-air. And you can see here Hawk versus Fucking Prawn. Fucking Prawn dominating it. And now Andyrooo getting a T3 anti-air. There goes a mass extractor. And now some T3 units, the T3 anti-air, and then a T3 PD. Already got some T2 PD for Andyrooo. Monk attempting to do something about the situation. Whole bunch of T2 point defense, but of course UEF here has got this massive gun. That's gonna solve that problem. We can see those PDs in the distance through the shield. Those have no chance, and actually there goes the ACU. It's about to get shot. There he goes, there's the nuke. The first victim for Andyrooo, and Andyrooo making a factory. He's gonna get some of this mass for himself. 5 kills for this Ravager. And Andyrooo of course needs T3 radar here as well, plus some tactical missiles. Now a long stream of mercies coming in once again. Very popular unit. This is 3599, so he do have pretty low fuel. They don't get to fly too much. These cruise missiles are going to do a lot of damage. We do have a couple anti-air turrets plus 3 shields. Now it looks like those have been spotted by someone. There are some cruisers in there. And now some T2 flak. And See Hawk here gets in a few ASF. He's going to try to take out a few of these mercies, but he's going to throw away quite a bit of ASF doing this. Andyrooo's got a number of 2-2 flags. It's beginning to get a base that looks quite nice. These are very nice units from UEF. And power problems now for Andyrooo. His shields are going on and off. Actually, that was not a power problem. That was a mercy snipe attempt. You see he went a little low on health. All those mercies, that was something like 15 or so. Knocked down those shields. And now we're seeing those cruise missiles flying. And fucking pawn is the target. Now you can see this already 8 kills for this missile launcher. And there goes the mass extractors. You want to get some TMD here as soon as possible if you're a fucking prawn. Another volley of mercies being readied. Some T3 power, so these shields are not going to go down. The fourth shield being built by Andyrooo. And of course elsewhere there's a massive battle raging, but it's not as exciting. And now let's see, that's a good number of mercies. Whole bunch get through, and somehow they hit something that wasn't the ACU. They just killed that T3 gun. That's retribution for killing Devil Monk. But Andyrooo is still alive, getting his shields back on. And actually took out quite a few of those missile launchers. 4 shields once again, and this cruise missile already with tank hills. This keeps on firing. You see that a whole bunch of mass extractors are killed. 4 fucking prawn. An excellent play from Andyrooo so far. Whole bunch of anti-air turrets now for the next mercy volley. Not clear if fucking prawn's gonna try any more of those. Or we have something else from Mr. White. There's a spider bot coming in. So it'll be interesting how a spider bot fares with this base. Andyrooo begins a fatty. Whole bunch of master claim from here. Of course his navy has just been devastating as well. A few mass extractors still not taken out. Here comes the spider. And it doesn't look like there's too much PD. We gotta remember Andyrooo does not have the gun on his ACU, so he's gotta shoot from close range. A few T2 PD plus a whole bunch of T1. So if that spider walks in around the edge here instead of running in this T1 PD, it can do a lot of damage. Here's Mr. White's just going straight through. So what does Andyrooo? He can either run into the water. He decides to build a bunch of T1 PD. Here comes the monkey. This would be great to have the mercies hit right now, knock down those shields. You can see the overcharges against that monkey doing a lot of damage. Actually knocks down that shield completely, so if the ACU didn't have the shield, he'd be dead. But here's the mass delivered from Mr. White to build the fatty. It's excellent work. Now with the mercies coming in, try to take advantage of the situation. Hakuta cuts those off even though he has less air, but very timely from Hawk. These missile launchers keep on getting kills. 2 kills for Andyrooo on the ACU. Elsewhere you got Mr. White with a massive naval, as he always does. He's taking on a Zondak here who is getting ready to be killed. Now the fatty's a third of the way done for Andyrooo. He's gonna get this mass. That's 16,000 nearly pace for the fatty. Now you gotta make plans if you're fucking prawn right here sitting here getting shot, rebuilding your T1 PDs. There's a anti-nuke here that was abandoned. Some TMDs that we see protecting some of those mass extractors. You can see these NGs doing futile work. And now Mr. White is moving in. Cybern versus UEF. I'm always happy when Cybern kicks ass, especially against UEF. Here comes the paint train, basically. And another spider from Mr. White. Let's see if it learned its lesson. Cruise missiles keep on getting kills. It's firing them 2 at a time. Follow these missiles. Appears here's the target here. Interesting to see Andyrooo scouting with some here they coming. They don't actually kill the extractor, kill a whole bunch of NGs. But Andyrooo is scouting with his T1 air over a T3 air factory. It's always nice. So T1 units don't get bad as they go with game. They can still be used very effectively. Here comes some more cruise missiles. These ones hit the mountain. But I'm sure that T3 power generator would be an excellent target. See, Andyrooo here has got a nice block of T1 PD in case any more experimentals show up, and here's the experimental. And elsewhere we see pretty much total devastation for Zondak. See if we can watch this from the point of view of a spider bot. So hopefully this video encourages more people to do ACU drops. That's really the way to play, is you gotta put yourself in the line of danger. And you gotta dodge mercies. And now the fatty has been completed. This spider is just taking a lot of damage. Picked their own base to mess with. There it goes. And on top here, still devastation from Mr. White. So Andyrooo in this one didn't just win Navy, he won the entire base. Now has an experimental built on the other side and establishing more economy things here. Some T3 power. That's really a sign of disrespect for the player, making T3 power on their land. But he keeps on getting very nice mass deliveries. He's already got 32,000 mass delivered to him by Mr. White. More mercies on the way. And this is a very epic T2 gunship spam form Hawk. These engines here look like they got hit from the side. This should give people a clue about how to pack engines. Appears to be a pattern here. We got some TMD, a whole bunch of T1 flak, some more T3 anti-air, and a fatty that he's not using offensively. So it would really take many experimentals to kill him now. And now it looks like the gunships are killing off Mr. White's navy, and Mr. White is retreating. It's going to be a very nice mercy volley. At least 20 here. Let's watch these in action. Here come the mercies. Whole bunch of them getting taken out. A whole bunch of them getting through. All the shields are down. Actually took off a little bit of health off that shield on the ACU. Got through a whole bunch of shields. Some more mercies, but these aren't part of the volley. These should be taken out quite easily. You can see this T1 anti-air just knocking them down. And none of those will get the fire. Actually an anti-nuke here from Andyrooo. It is very nice to protect the other side of the map with anti-nukes. Although I don't think there's any plans for nukes from this top side. And now Mr. White has seen enough. He's now going to send the other 16,000 mass to support the cause for Andyrooo. He's just gonna quit. Fucking prawn, thought about making a GC here. GC might have a little more luck than Spider, but still. There goes Mr. White, the greatest naval player, if there is one. Besides Dim, of course. That's a very nice spam from Hawks, just nice to see. And there goes fucking prawn. He decides that this is just too much. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Andyrooo putting up quite a show.